BagFuel, baby.
BagFuel, we back. This is the big one, pause. You know what I'm saying? I got my partner to the right of me.
Hynaken, woo, live at the Astor Club in LA.
Shout out to the Astor Club for letting us film here, making this our home on the West Coast, you heard?
Woo,
But go on, you do it, you got
The
it.
name of this episode will be VIRAL, because we got Damizza.
If I don't make him mad.
He's always mad.
Oh, shoot.
We got
you
the
be going viral like crazy, though, bro.
And what
I
about
hand
you?
it to you.
What the fuck you be
about
doing?
you? You're the most
you're just casual?
You're the most controversial man on the Instagram right now.
You know-
Maybe on the internet.
You know, it's nuts because, like, I went to the NAMM this last week.
Yes.
And I didn't know. Like, I don't
Oh, you
ever get
better
out.
stop.
Like, come on, dog. I'm there 4 times a day, sitting at my desk, you know, I'm between the studio and my office. And someone will say something to me. I'll sit down and be like, bloop, and just like say something. And I don't think nobody's listening.
Oh, they listening.
You know what I mean? So when we got to like the NAMM and we're walking, somebody will like stop me and be like, yo, thanks for saying this or thanks for saying that. And I'd be like,
What's the most profound thing that the people have gravitated towards you that you said that really captivated a large audience?
I mean, it's really about like Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, really about artist royalties and just how artists have been treated. You know, I mean, but even going back, you know, I mean, the music game has been fucked up. I can say that.
Yeah, we rock.
Because sometimes in the first couple minutes you can't cuss or something.
We don't
fix
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But it's like it's been fucked up for artists since like day one. You know what I mean? So it's like it's nothing new for me to discuss it, but it seems like social media, Instagram, or just in the public, it hasn't been a discussion much.
It has been a discussion, but people like yourself and Esso have not been able to speak in a way where it's extremely polarizing and you can see what's happening in real time. So artists don't ever want to hear about the business.
Yeah.
It's offensive, it's scary to them. And now when you bringing out the knowledge and y'all bringing the knowledge, it's like, whoa, hold up. This is shocking because we grew up thinking you made a great song, you went to the radio and it worked.
Yeah.
And that's not how it goes.
Nah. You know, and that's kind of a misnomer in itself. I mean, it was never really that easy. You know what I mean? Like, you have an easier chance to get into the NFL or the NBA with the draft and all of that kind of stuff and people retiring than you do into the freaking music business. You know what I mean? If you stop and think about it, there's maybe 5, 10 A-list stars. They have a 10, 20-year run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with, like, sports, you have the draft and you have people retiring every year. You know what I mean? So the turnover is more.
And even if it doesn't turn over, their check is so big. Their 3-year check is damn near a lifetime check in the music business.
So what you pulled off was way crazier than you making the NBA if you didn't lose your scholarship. Think about that.
I never became an artist. I was just in the music business.
I mean, still.
I mean, it's hard to be there, but to become a hit, to get a record on the radio, to even get it on the radio to be so popular enough that people want to pay you to come out. Because people got records on the radio all the time. They're not getting paid. That's a misnomer. You got to go promote yourself enough to earn getting paid. I don't think people understand why people get paid. You get paid because people want to follow you. They want to come out and actually come see you.
You command market share.
They want to buy a ticket. They want to buy your t-shirt. That's why these people want to sign you, because they see dollar signs within what you're doing. That's why you tell the person, yo, you got to give me $3,000, $5,000, $1 million, because you're going to make this money back. It's all about dollars and cents.
Damizza, one of the things you spoke about was the shift of what you're calling it the music succession. Based on the show HBO Succession, which I've seen, great show, of how, you know, Elliot and Lucian are really monopolizing this music. Is this a good thing?
I mean, I don't think it's ever a good thing when one family or 2 people have 40% control of everything. You know what I mean? Like, and look, in my opinion, what I think is going to happen is Universal will acquire Warner at some point.
You think Universal will take over Warner and Atlantic?
Wow. Look at their boards. I mean, they're very similar. Not just that, but if you have a father and son
Son,
like that.
why would they? It's already merged technically. because they're at the table talking about each other's company.
Well, and not just that, but if you think about it, I mean, Spotify, I mean, the labels have equity in Spotify. I mean,
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
They
and
don't
not
know.
just that, but I mean, the control, the playlisting, the 87% of the playlisting is controlled by the major labels. It's already an extension of the major labels anyway. You know what I mean?
When people hear that, because so I said it and you have said it on separate occasions, where it's not even 100%. Every artist is fighting for 20%. And the 70, or not even 20, 18% of the
21%.
Yes, and 79 is already just, they'll never see it.
Well, you know, I mean, I mean, it's messed up. I mean, the industry is messed up. It needs a revamp. It needs a retool. And that's what people are not realizing is there's an industry under the industry. I mean, we come from radio.
Yeah.
Let's be honest right now. 26% of Americans in low income areas and rural areas can afford a freaking cell phone and the data plans. You know what I'm saying? And it's one that has streaming capability, that's not a burner, that's not a throwaway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not just that, but 96% of America still listens to the radio, doesn't even fucking know it. Do you know what I mean?
Like, just trying to explain
no,
to
I
you.
mean, but think about it. Like, I just came from rural Louisiana. I was taking care of my grandma for 5 years out there in Logansport, Louisiana. If there's a cloud in the sky, you do not get internet. You do not get direct TV. The only thing you got is radio. If you look outside of the metros of Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and the major markets, hell, go into like Belize, go into India, go across the pond. I mean, radio is all you got in most of those areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I say there's a whole market that's being missed right now, because a lot of these records are not being incubated or not being developed because it's flying over the incubators' heads, the hoods. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have no catalog. That's why we have no longevity. It's disposable. It's marketed to social media where the consumption is like that.
Why would I buy your record if I could stream it for pennies on the dollar?
Did you see what Scarface said yesterday?
What'd he say?
Oh my God, he broke it down. I mean, everything that we basically been saying on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, he put it in such a nice little package for everybody. Check if you get a chance,
check
take
it
a
out.
look. But Scarface, I mean, why would I go spend $700,000 to make a record that sonically sounds amazing, go out there and promote it if you're gonna pay me 0.002 cents? And then it be prorated. And I mean, what a lot of people don't realize too is it's supposed to be we get 0.002 per spin, right? Per stream. It's not attached because of the subscription model. Do you know what I mean? It's market share. It's pro rata streaming. So it's market share. So for instance, if Justin Bieber gets 30% of the streams that month, then he gets 30% of that check. Of that pool. Do you know what I'm saying? And now all of these independent artists that get less than 1,000 within a year.
Dollar amount.
Fuck no. And not just that.
There's
you
no
gonna
real
get me
dollar
heated.
amount.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we talking. We talking.
No, but what I'm saying is
There is no dollar amount.
no. But listen to this. So the 1,000 stream rule, right? This
Which is
artist-centric,
trash.
which
How,
is
like,
trash.
who's
But
making
it
up the
goes
rules,
into
though?
the pool for the majors. So the
1,000
majors,
streams?
yes. So the majors are getting the hood tax on the indie anyway.
So pretty much, there's no such thing as an independent artist unless you're
Not on a major platform.
So how would an artist be able to put their music where they can actually be legitimate other than having physical copies?
That's what the record industry has done.
They've
has
done
made
that.
it
They put
impossible.
you. They
I
put you in
understand,
a
yes.
corner, so you gotta be like the other people. You gotta sell vinyl. You gotta go crazy. You gotta hope people have a CD or value you signing their
CD players.
They're gonna come and buy the merch. So when they go stream it, it's just extra pennies. Okay, we got
Yeah, but
pennies
you'll
on the
hit
dollar
the
on
roof.
streaming.
Look, Tech Nine has done an amazing
Oh no, he's
of doing a hybrid. You know what I'm saying?
independent.
He fucks with the majors, does through the Brian Shaftons and the
He learned the game,
RBCs
but he
and
understands business.
he gets it. But he does the direct to consumer on the real tangible shit. You know what I mean? The t-shirts, the merchandise, the shows, all of that kind of stuff. That's the model.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like back
That's
in the day.
true independent.
Yeah, back in the day, remember we used to, our record labels used to send the single to radio.
Yes.
Now you need to send the single to the DSPs. Do you know what I'm saying? The DSPs and radio. Send the single out like that.
But can I ask you a
do
question?
everything else
Why
inside.
wouldn't you, based upon what you're saying about radio still exists and it's still powerful, why wouldn't they have to know that too? Why would they
Who
not?
has to know that?
The powers that be.
Well, the
Okay.
record companies have created the biggest gate ever when it comes to radio. Not just that, but they've also put out the propaganda that radio is
now
Over.
So
you
that
said
you,
this.
so
I
that
know, I
you
said-
do
I told
not.
them it was propaganda. And tell them why they said it's over, because of the split of the money.
Yeah, the
Well,
money
look at
is
it
too
like
much
this.
money
Where
because
do they make their money?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They're not gonna make their
Data.
money on radio because you gotta do a deal. Those are spends. That's a dollar amount that's gonna go to BMI and
Bigger.
NASCAP. And they got these dummies out here thinking, I don't care about that. You don't care about where the money is. You want to go where the streaming is, where it's hard to make the money. And the only way you going to stream, this is how you going to stream. Your album got to be all singles.
Well, no,
You got to be so hot that they can put your stuff out as individual singles and make that a project, and that's what's gonna separate you from everybody else. Or you need controversy like Kendrick Lamar, where they want to check for your whole
A label
project.
had told us that one regional single streaming is enough to keep all the
one hit single, not regional.
Okay, one hit single keeps the lights on for the whole year and pays out everybody's bonuses.
but see, you're thinking about it like the record companies really exist as a record company. It's
a
not
bank.
a record
It's a
company
bank.
anymore. No,
What
it's
you
a big
consider
bank
it?
and a data company. Because
Data.
what happens is where they really make their money is what's in between the records.
And what's that?
The commercials and the data
Data,
that
okay.
drives you to or drives the suggestion of what ad to send you. So they get
cookies.
a cut of the data and they get a cut of that sale if you click on it. That's where the record companies are making their money.
Wow.
They're not making it off the streaming and the subscription service. They're making it off the sales and the
And the
marketing
data.
and the data.
You know how you say sometimes you
Notice
click on
how the
something,
records are getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Notice how they don't pay you for TikTok and Instagram. Notice how the record companies pulled all of their product off of TikTok because you were taking advantage of the artist. And we need to get more royalties for the artist. But when they did that deal and put the music
artist
back
got
on,
money.
no artist got no
money.
fucking money. What they did
I
is they
noticed
did
that.
a data and marketing deal. So now they're getting paid for that. That's why they said, oh, we don't need A&R. We don't need to make records. What we'll do is just go buy all these independent distribution companies and all these CD babies and all these TuneCores and all this other shit. And then as
Distro
people are
kids.
getting,
Yep.
as it's getting momentum, let's just take the hook of that motherfucker, stick it on Instagram, stick it on TikTok, stick it on all these. Yeah, you got a hit record. Yeah. Here's a couple bucks, kid. Keep
Yeah,
walking.
you're not gonna make no money off it. I'm gonna make all the money.
And that's the
Hand
record
over
company
fist.
plan since fucking vaudeville, since the Chitlin circuit. The music business was created off of prohibition. Back in the day, the speakeasies and the back in the 20s and 30s during the freaking Great Depression and Prohibition, they would traffic the artists into these clubs to go in there and perform. You know, give them the dope, give them the freaking alcohol, have them go up there and perform,
Free
drive
drinks,
the traffic
yeah.
in to sell the alcohol.
yes.
Okay, then when
The
the
juke
alcohol
joints
was
and shit.
yes,
The
when
juke
the
joints.
alcohol was legal, then they said, "Oh, now we could put records and tapes through that motherfucker." And
never knew
that's
that.
how the distribution method started.
There you go. And you had
Is
a-
there any way to beat it? How do you not
Yes.
beat it, survive, make money off of it, get through? How is that possible right now with them cornering the market, even through the platforms? And the key, and this being the key, they're smart enough not to put it out. Remember, they used to put their name on everything. Oh, Def Jam, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, this is now they're like, no, we don't want to put our name on nothing. We don't want nobody to know that we're behind this. How,
you know who else
how,
said that to us? Master P.
How do you combat this?
There's only one way, and it's never
And
been
when?
done in history. And it's what goes with the politics. It's what goes with music. It's what goes with all of it. Fucking unity.
Yep.
Getting together and sharing information.
White
Because
people do that. Black people don't do that.
White people don't do it either.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. Rich people do it. And this is a rich, poor system. There's no in the middle. The middle class is gone. So it's
Middle class is
rich
hard.
against poor. And it
Haves
don't
and
matter
have-nots.
what fucking color you are. I mean,
You right.
you see that bitch going crazy, Scott Storch's ex?
Yeah, she's going
Yo,
wild.
she's losing her mind.
That is common America. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you.
Entitled America.
She just told the Latin people to go at.
No, that was feeling yourself because homie got elected and this is what he said and you're feeling yourself. And that shit backfired real quick when you realize that the actual public is different than those rich
that
people.
world.
Yeah.
You don't live in that world. So you thinking you're flossing that everybody feels the same way you do, but oh, wait a minute. There's a real world out there. Fuck around and find out. Bitch found out.
Fact.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying is if the public cared as much about a white bitch going nuts and calling somebody a wetback as much as they do about artists getting treated like shit, the whole system would crumble.
Big time.
But the people that are making the music are not business savvy. They're not smart enough.
Have they ever been?
And they don't
business
listen. And they don't listen. This is what I am definitely gonna say.
No, they
And
do
this is
listen,
not-
but they listen to the light. They listen to the bling. They listen to the symbolism.
cosmetics.
Like, they
The
look
cars,
at like
the bitches.
Yeah, they say, oh, that's the
clout,
goal.
the clout.
And the record company goes, look, I can get you. It's the
I
devil
can
and the
get you
angel
that.
on your shoulder.
I can get you that.
And then they put these fake gods up and go, oh, he's rich when he's really renting this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what social media is. That's what
He's renting this shit.
propaganda is. That's what it all is fake it till you make it. And even when you make it, you got to fake it because it's too expensive to live it to maintain it.
You gotta maintain it.
And that's why every artist, every person that's been in our business 9 times out of 10 ends up broke because they're enchanted by the light.
What do you think about the West Coast music? I feel like the West Coast seizes the opportunity at times and then tries to throw a lot of people out when the West Coast gets hot, and then everything tails off, and then the West Coast gets quiet again. How do you feel about that?
First off, I love what Kendrick did. And let me tell you why I love what Kendrick did. Is he proved the theory that we're talking about. The streets run shit. Yeah, he did a DSP beef with Drake. Yeah, he was promoted at DSPs heavily, but he put every street rapper, keep in mind every rapper's attached to a gang, whether it's Lefty Gunplay or whether it's Doty or whoever the heck it is.
Yeah.
Their hot spots are their neighborhoods. So the second that album dropped, every hood was activated. Do you see what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, did you hear us? We on. Oh, did you hear us? We on. Did you see the pop out? Oh my God, did you see so-and-so? Oh, Jeezy was up there. Oh my God, did you see? That's what the West Coast does well, is unity.
And it fast.
But that's perfectly what I'm saying. When motherfuckers get together, that's what happens. The narrative changes.
So why does it tail off?
Huh?
Y'all come together. Do y'all think that y'all stay together? Because it seems like it tails off, and then it'd be a reason to bring it back together.
Because the industry steps in and fragments that bitch again. They're not pulling those records up the chain. They're not going out there and signing all of these people. They're trying to go like, whoa, hold up. We got this over here. Let's put Sabrina Carpenter in that place. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what the whole thing, that if you look at Drake's lawsuit, that's really what it's about, is you use bots, you use this, but not for me this time, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's a perfect example. Is I'm up for a contract negotiation, so you're not using all the normal tricks when I drop my shit and dropping my value so you can get me for some.
That? They're on different labels. They have the same distribution. I get that. Can't that easily be a tactic that Interscope used?
Yeah.
Does it? I mean,
they all use it.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying so.
Now here's where that 40% come in.
Okay.
The 40%.
That father-son shit, imagine that ping pong that's going on.
They're playing their own chess game right in front of our face.
Come on, bro. Bruno, Sexy Red, blah, 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 blah. There's 5 guys in charge of the music business. 5 lawyers at the end of the day. And they're all talking to Spotify. It's like, dude, you know what the craziest thing was? You saw when Trump got elected? You saw Mark Zuckerberg. You saw Jeff Bezos.
Elon.
You saw Elon Musk.
All falling
you
in
saw
line.
the head of Google. He had dinner the night before with Gates. These are the 5 guys that decide our destiny every single day, right here.
On this phone.
On this motherfucker right here. Do you know, being a radio guy, do you know in every Samsung phone there's an FM receiver? There's no API for it, but there's an FM receiver on that motherfucker. But why don't they want us to have radio? You can't pull data from radio. Not like you can this. So this keeps telling you, I'm the only one, so stay on me, because the more time you spend on this, the more money they're making off that data. You send up 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes a day, bro. Go look at your output in your iPhone. How much information hourly is sent up to the fucking cloud of what you're doing? Every button you click, every message you make, your fingerprint, your face, your voice, we have given them everything. So they take it and go, okay, you know how listener behavior, when we used to do auditorium tests and stuff like that in radio, so that we could get ratings? Think of this sumbitch.
It's way more detailed. It knows when you wake up. It knows when you click off the song, how
and
fast.
ChatGPT now? That's what that whole thing with that China shit was, is these motherfuckers, China just said, hey, by the way, let me show you something.
Yeah. And wreck
we
the
can do it
share.
for 5.5 million, and we're gonna open source that bitch and show you that all you motherfuckers are overvalued.
Yeah, we just spoke about that
and
yesterday.
Took $1.5 trillion off the stock market like that. Oh, you wanna fuck with TikTok? Oh, you want half of my shit? Oh, I'll show you some, bitch.
We gonna
Watch
fix
this
you.
one.
Hypothetically, if Drake wins this suit, what happens to the future of music?
He's gonna win a portion of it if they don't settle. Because here's the thing, I was talking to a A-list producer the other day, and not to put him on blast, but he was like, look, he goes, what Drake is doing is amazing, but it's for selfish reasons.
Okay.
When you're making $400 million, right, and you're recouping that in a quarter, and you're flying around in 747s and all of this, you have to take advances like that. You can't go independent because your lifestyle is costing you that much money, right? So he goes to Universal. First off, what happened was Sony offered him a half a B, right, to jump ship.
Yes.
He's like, I got to do contract negotiations. I'm going to jump ship to Sony. So they're like, nah, motherfucker. Not only that, but we're going to devalue your ass on top of it. But what's interesting about it is the defamation case he could actually win. Because notice how this Texas thing or whatever and about the bots and all that kind of shit, they folded that shit because he's guilty of that shit too. He'd be snitching on himself. So he basically went, fuck that.
So he remixed it and turned it to defamation.
I did that shit. So let me go over here and say it's defamation. Now, the fact that Universal Music spent $1 to promote Kendrick, period.
It gives legitimacy to.
They're guilty. Because he said he's a pedophile. If they can't prove that he's a pedophile, that's slander. So he will win that case.
Is it slander what he said about Kendrick's wife? Didn't he say Kendrick?
Yes.
So
but
she has
Kendrick, dude, you want to talk about the West Coast? I'm from the Ice Cube era. Motherfucker suing somebody over a beef record? Are you out your rabbit ass fucking mind?
I don't understand it either.
But that just shows how not built for rap Drake is. He's an R&B artist. The fuck you doing beefing with Kendrick anyway? And I'm starting to act like you. God damn it, we're going viral.
I'm enjoying it.
Trying to do this
I get to chill today. I get to chill today.
Sorry.
Why is TDE so successful?
Exactly that.
Because they're
unity and the streets. Look, they go out in Nickerson Gardens every year and do a charity event with everybody out there. They don't have no shootings.
So you think just what they're doing in California is what's transcending to the world?
Yes. Look at what's happening. Unity. They go out there and every gangbanger, don't matter what fucking color you're sporting, can be in the same room but no beef. Mexican, black, white, whatever, purple, it don't give a fuck. That's the tone, and that's why Top Dog and them are so fucking smart. Is because it's attached to the street. And when it comes to music, all beefs are off.
So why wouldn't people follow this model, right? because
it's distorted.
Not only, but peep game.
They ain't pushing that.
But peep game. Not only do they have 3 hit, and all the artists are getting put out. They got 3 hit artists, and I'm gonna say SZA, Doechii, and Kendrick. I'm gonna put them up there. And the other artists, I can't never remember my man's name. He could rap his ass off
Schoolboy
too.
Q.
Schoolboy Q.
Doing his thing. He's
He
going
nasty
crazy.
too, and he puts his projects out too. If you're noticing that, why do people not understand what it's taking to actually not only put singles out and break an artist, but actually put a project out at a time when nobody's getting a project? Why is this hard to miss?
Because it's the propaganda. They're not going to show you how to do it.
But how can they stop the people from paying attention now that Kendrick is
Easily.
the
They
biggest
fragment you every day with this
right now.
bitch.
Yeah. They slow your shit
Look at
down.
how many different ideas are thrown at us every day.
But if I'm an artist,
Right.
I'm not worried about them ideas. I need to come out. I need to make a splash in, and if I'm a real artist and I really want to put a project out,
Yes.
I'm looking at the people who putting projects out, and it's only one place.
No, here's the issue.
And I need to know that model.
Here's the issue.
No, but
with
it's only, you said it best. It's only one place.
There you go. And
Do you know what I'm saying? And they're not looking at it like that. They're enchanted by the fucking light.
that's what I'm gonna say.
You know, you're enchanted by Khaled. You're enchanted by Sabrina Carpenter. You're enchanted by Lupta. I mean, all this other stuff of how to. You're looking at all of that. You know what I mean? Like the Kendrick Lamar, if you're a rap artist from the street, you may follow that model. But once you get to a certain level, it's you got to pay to play.
And with TDE,
They paying to play
no, but
too.
You're not getting what I'm saying. He said it earlier. Why people are captivated by the flash. TDE ain't flashy. They're just straightforward and successful. That's it. There's no flash with it.
Yo.
Cash Money has
And
flash.
look at how quiet.
I'm fucking corny, y'all, because success to me is flashy. That is flashy.
But that's the problem. You just put it in a nutshell for me. Success is flashy. It's not real success. It's a fucking French word called that's false front, facade. You go down to Universal Studios right now, I got a building I want to sell you in New York.
Pay the tax.
Straight up. I'll take you down a fucking street on the back lot in Burbank, make you think you're at home.
That's crazy, bro.
And that's what it is when you see what TDE is doing. It's just
But see, look,
get into
Top
the work.
Dog ain't flashy.
And nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I'm saying is that's part of it too.
What about
In the era,
effective? Why is nobody giving a fuck about
look,
being
flashy
effective?
is what got Puffy in trouble. Flashy is what got Biggie in trouble.
Yep.
Flashy is what got Pac in trouble. Flashy is what gets rappers in Suge in trouble.
All
Do you know
day.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Flashy is what gets you either killed or put in jail. You get robbed, shot, it's what got Thugger fucking
Jammed
caught
up.
up. You know what I'm saying?
YFN Lucci, all of that.
All of them. You're either in jail or you're dead. That's what Flashy gets.
And rappers
Quiet and successful. Now that's TDE.
all day. And I've always said rappers are the biggest targets for district attorneys. We can't name who's the new Pablo
If you're
Escobar.
gonna get fucking elected, who's the first person you're going after?
A
The
rapper.
highest profile motherfucker around. And if you're attached to a gang and you're a rapper, ooh, I'm gonna get him. And even if they don't, look, I mean, Thugger's off. They're talking about Melly's gonna get off. They just hold you for a long time,
Slow down.
publicize the shit out of it, and then let you go.
And then Fonnie didn't get nothing off of Thug, but she got reelected. She's up for She's gonna
And
win.
then let him go.
She's winning for not getting a conviction.
And look at where A$AP Rocky right now. It's a big distraction from what else is going on in LA. Do you know what I mean? Or in the media. And that's what I mean. Everything on this fucking thing is a distraction
how about this?
on a fucking algorithm.
How about this? The moment we landed on the plane, I don't know if you've seen it, S. I've been seeing charity for fire events.
Let me tell you the funny
Yes.
one about that one. So I
Yes.
go online one day and I say, hey, we need to get together and do this. And I'm talking to the urban artists.
Yes.
Next thing, and I call Harvey Mason at the Grammys. I call the Academy, a friend of mine at the Academy. And they're like, look, we can get the Academy Awards and the Grammys together to do something for urban. You know what I'm saying? Start getting this together. Next day, I get a call from Harvey. He goes, hey, sorry, Live Nation taking this. And now it turns into Lily White event that they can't even sell. I mean, they're having, you notice how it's now, ain't nobody talking about this shit? Because it's not motivated from the street. The problem is places, look, Palisades is gonna be fine. They get on their private jet, go to fucking, what's it called, Aspen while they rebuild.
while they rebuild their house.
Altadena needs help, okay? And you're going through a charity that's some old white people in Pacific Palisades. Them motherfuckers don't need help. It's the motherfuckers in Altadena that need help. So I don't mean it like that. Please forgive me for saying motherfuckers. But it's the regular people that need the help. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's no buzz on your concert because everybody that you want to help are set up to help. It's the wrong demographic. They all went to Aspen. They ain't coming to your show. And there's no acts on the motherfucker. I was like, hey, let's get Dre and Snoop back together or some shit and do it in fucking Altadena at the Rose Bowl, or next to the Altadena and Pasadena, the Rose Bowl. Do some cool shit, fly shit that they'll like, and we'll get money for that area and make it go to places in that area. But instead they go, hey, you want to talk about a monopoly?
They can't steal the money if they do that.
They can't do it that way.
They can't
And
steal
they
the
sure
money.
as hell can't call up somebody and go, look, let's work together. Because look, the first thing
they the
it
biggest
was,
scammers. The insurance companies drop, yo, I'm not insuring that.
Yeah, we done.
That's
We're not paying for that.
policy. Oh, we canceled that 2 weeks before the fire occurred.
Dude, I got a great we won't insure you
is
story.
the biggest fucking scam in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Where you get your love of music still? Because I kind of lost it. I feel like that
I
the
did
music.
too,
I
for
feel like
20
that the
years.
music's not the same.
Wow. When Nate Dogg died, my music died. You know, I mean, to me, it was just like, fuck this. I don't want to do it anymore. You know, and then, you know, it was crazy because we were talking about TDE and talking about Kendrick, and when he was back in K-Dot, Day One, who I brought with me, when in 2005, when I retired, I was in a real dark place when it came to music. I didn't want to do it. And Day One and I got together and we started working at Mike Post's spot in Burbank, which was a studio, and I started meeting all the Young West. But the OGs would not support the Young West. So it got really, really frustrating for me. So I was just like, fuck this music thing. You know what I mean? But when I came back this last year, because I took some time off to be a full-time caregiver for my grandma. She passed last January. And I was in Louisiana taking care of her. When I came back and saw let me put it like this, sorry to jump around, but the last deal that I did when I left in 2005 was for DJ Quick Trauma. It was the very first independent deal through a major, which was created the Fontana distribution system, where he owned his own masters. He got over $100,000 advance for based on his sound scan history, and an 80-20 deal. So when I left, independence was good. I came back, and it was like a dad coming home off of vacation and seeing the house trashed by the kids. 0.002 cents. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it motivated me, that and the music, because then I called up Day. I'm like, let's go back in the studio. And it literally was right where we left off. So it started exciting me about music again. Not just that, but like Bams and Skippy and all of them, who we've been mentoring since they were like 15, timing wise, it's time for them to now succeed. So getting them with what was the New West movement, and see, during those sessions in 2005, you had K-Dot walking around. You had Terrence Martin, and you had Bishop Lamont, you had Noni Spitz, and you know, all of these artists, and now it's the new generation of that. It takes 20 years to develop a movement. Now that movement is cracking. So now we're seeing it again. So I'm excited about it again. You know, when I saw Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on the fucking Super Bowl, I was like, ooh, it's coming back. You know what I mean? And just timing wise, when I came back in, it was like a glove.
So you ever think about going back in the radio?
I want to really badly. But the problem is radio doesn't understand me. Never has.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I
don't
mean? Look, I look at radio differently. I always have.
How do you look at it compared to how they look at it?
I look at it like Drink Champs with a mix show. They look at it like we have to freaking be pre-recorded.
Yes.
And, you know, mix shows are the most important. How do you stay up to the minute? Your live element is the most important. Radio has to mirror its audience. And look, DJs fight so hard to get into Hollywood. Where they need to be is in their hot zips, East Los Angeles. That's what makes you hot. You know what I'm saying? And right now, radio is in Hollywood. They're not in their hot zips.
So you don't like the pre-recorded format?
Fuck no. I mean, look, pre-recorded does not, look, it's not spontaneous. people look at a relationship with radio like they look at what is social media right now. They want instant reaction. Radio isn't breaking records. There's nothing different about radio right now.
They're not breaking records because they're down in the whole radio system, and we know different things that they used to do at radio. They're not doing it no more.
Right.
It's frustrating the DJs.
Yes.
It's giving the DJs like, I'm not gonna break these records.
Right.
And then it's not working because let me just say, because nobody's really breaking.
Yeah, but
This
if
is the
you
number one thing.
reversed, okay, look at it like this, and you'll get this. If you reverse the iHeart model, what would happen?
Here's what would
If
happen.
you cut out the GM, you cut out the PD, you cut out all of that, and made it live DJs straight to transmitter, you could collect the data, and you would go straight to. You see where I'm going with this?
But I got an answer to that. I'm gonna let him say. I'm gonna let him say what he's gonna say. No, I'm ready.
You have to play. You have to play records that's gonna keep the audience going.
No, you have to find the records. Go ahead.
This is my thing. I'm not gonna say who told us this. A very popular big personality said, sometimes when they're syndicated, because they don't know what's being played, they'll play certain records that aren't good to wreck the ratings. So even if you want to inject certain songs in there to give artists a chance, the listener share might now affect the money and the personality's ability to command attention and respect and data.
Okay, two things.
All right.
What's the difference between simulcast and syndicate? Number two, with AI, I could have Big Boy in Los Angeles, and by the time he gets to New Delhi, he could be in the local dialect. And not just that, if your record was not as hot in New Delhi, I could pop it out and have a Bollywood record there like that.
But that's you.
That's you. And I understand.
But you asked if I wanted to get back into radio and why they wouldn't let me.
Yes.
Because I would kill iHeart in about 2 seconds.
In California, in this region.
Worldwide. It'd be a billion. Dude, not just that, but I would have the documentary, the behind the scenes, the powerhouses, all of those concerts on live pay-per-view, and then have freaking clips all over social media. And dude, I know how to systematically do it.
So why would they do
is
that?
these program directors
why would
and
they
these
want that? What, they don't understand it? They don't understand the philosophy, or are they scared?
Dude, look. When I first started in radio, period, they were scared. When I said I wanted to put Dr. Dre and Snoop, speaking of your insurance thing, I said, look, I want to put Dr. Dre and Snoop back together for in 2001, right? To perform in Los Angeles. They said, someone will get shot, you can't do that. No one would insure it. Yeah. So we had to do the first one in Hawaii to prove that the model worked. We did it in Hawaii, then Dre comes to me and says, look, no one will book us. We can't get into any venues across the country. How are we going to take this thing on tour? I said, oh, well, let's see. I just broke Jay-Z. Jay-Z's manager is Jay Brown. Jay Brown's wife works for Magic Johnson. So why don't we have Magic Johnson? Hold on. Jay Brown, can you get Magic Johnson and Dr. Dre in a room real quick? Yeah, just get him on the phone. Cool, hold on. Click. Dre, you want to meet Magic? Cool, done. He should be the promoter of your show. Thanks, great, perfect. We're on the road. That's how you have to think. And these radio stations can't think outside of the box or even their own fucking office, more or less, on a worldwide platform like that.
Ended, that's the old music business, meaning that
there's no such thing as old.
The old ideal, because you were in your spot, whatever you was, even if you was a manager, you was in your spot to find the next artist, to get that job, to elevate, to then do what you want to do down here.
Look.
So you had to think out the box, you had to learn the systems, and you had to create something, and not only create it, like I tell people, it had to become something.
Okay. It gotta execute.
Okay, but here's something interesting someone told me. Yesterday, I was talking to this producer, and he said, yeah, I produced this percentage on a Bruno Mars record. That's how much publishing I got. He said, I made $300,000 last quarter in publishing off Spotify and all that kind of stuff. Guess how much I made off radio? $3 million.
There you go. That's that money. That's them spends. I'll tell you.
Now, you ask about the radio thing?
No, I know about the radio. I'm asking so these dummies can find out who's watching the camera.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
People argue with me
about the radio being valuable.
I'll be like, radio's still valuable. I don't know what y'all talking about. All the stuff that you said, I'll be like, yo, when you go to these rural towns, all you guys radio. My father's from Belvedere, North Carolina, by Elizabeth City. parts of Virginia Beach, still all over Virginia Beach, the city, it's hard to get internet in some of these places. You drive right outside the beach.
Go
It's hard to
downstairs
get
and talk to your FedEx delivery guy. He's on his phone, he gets fired. What do you got in the truck?
The radio.
Radio.
And it's immediate.
And it's free.
And it's free.
Speaking
And
of,
it is the biggest competitor of this. Look, I've done alternative radio and records. I've done hip hop radio. I've done news talk, and I've never not had a #1 station. Okay? The reason why is I don't think of it. You could look, if you have a restaurant, you can have the ambiance of a fucking sports club, or you can have a taco stand, as long as the food is good. Do you know what I'm saying? So, perfect example. When I came back, they said, you'll never be able to do it. It's the old music business. You think old music business, you're too old. You can never make yourself relevant. I said, hold on real quick. What's the hot thing right now? Instagram, social media.
I'm gonna go fuck
give
with
me
that.
Give me 6 months, and I'll make myself
You're a
relevant.
music business nigga. You're a music business motherfucker. That's why. We
No,
always gotta reinvent
consistent,
ourselves. We
right.
always gotta stay. We gotta reinvent. You always, music, if you're a real music business person, you stay up with the times, even with your dress. You're up with the times. This is what we do. We're still outside if we want to be. We're still in the hot party if we really want to go. You can't go where we're going to. You can't afford it. So if I really want to do it, this is how I'm gonna do it on this standard.
And that's the problem today, is you have cats from other businesses that are running the music business. Thinking you cannot run the music business like a liquor company.
No, you cannot.
You cannot run a radio station like a corporate tech company.
You need gangsters in the music business, whether you like it or not.
Woo! And there's gangsters of every color.
You need gangsters in the music business if it's gonna flourish. You need real talent.
But what is a gangster?
And you have to have the people who want to spend the money.
that's a
what
good
is a
question.
gangster?
Somebody's gonna put their motherfucking foot down.
That's in touch with the street.
There you go.
Back
And how
to
the
TDE.
real systems work. Not the corporate system, because look, corporate systems and McDonald's and all of these kind of things, they work once everything is already successful. A brand
Yeah, they
has
take you to the
worked.
next level. Like
What's
BASF, I don't make your shit, I make your shit better. Because where you're going to, like I've been saying, it's a bank. Like you're saying it's a bigger bank, but it's just money to say, yo, we see you doing something really good. If you really want to come out, we see you doing something good. You putting some money behind yourself. You on the radio. You made it on 4 stations. I think I can take you to 40.
But the reason
But
why...
look at the NBA. Watch. Perfect example is what we're talking about with the NBA. What makes the NBA hot? LeBron James.
Marketing?
Right.
Stars,
But LeBron
the
James
names.
or the young star?
The names.
Because LeBron James was once that young star.
But they don't have another LeBron James.
Not
yet.
right now, but
But
they will.
they're
There's some
cultivating
badass
it.
in high school right now that's
AJ
coming up.
DeBanza, they
AJ
trying to make
DeBanza
him
is
the
one of
one.
them.
AJ DeBanza.
But you know what I'm saying? It's, look, look, consistency and repetition breeds familiarity. Familiarity breeds a relationship. A relationship breeds teamwork or synergy, and synergy wins games. So what is the synergy that the NBA always does? They have the old guy, they have the young guy, they have the good coach, they have the products, they have the endorsement, it's all synergy. Look at WWE. You have freaking what was he has the #1 record in the country right now. I can't even remember.
LeAngelo Ball, Jello.
Not Jello, the guy from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, I don't even know.
Yeah, Bad Bunny. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
I'm sorry, I lost it.
I thought it was-
But Bad Bunny, he did a full match on WWE in the middle of WrestleMania. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the synergy marketing, think of that.
But
that's how they stay relevant.
But that's the thing, though, because when you say, yo, the label is a bank, but what they also have is the diesel fuel to put you on WWE. They could put you on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith when your album is out. If you just go into a bank to get the same money you're gonna get, you're still not gonna get those relationships and the connections to catapult you. You're just gonna
100%.
be spending money frivolously.
And guess how much
know
you're paying? And guess how much you're getting paid for that? 0.002%.
Agreed. Speaking with the label and the tactics, I just seen a message got sent to me. Academic said he was speaking to somebody in Universal, and they're saying their goal is to have Drake put out something to cripple him in the first week, and then they're gonna drive the weekend sales up since, you know, they got that, you know, history and competition and things of that nature. Can Drake really do crazy numbers?
Look, if Drake was smart, he would go on vacation for about 6 months, whatever, not sign any new deals, shut the fuck up, and go be independent and make
drop
$1 million.
your phone,
And
drop your blunt, Essa.
Look, and then
I've been
make
saying this shit for the
$1 million
longest
a fucking
time.
week off every fucking
Thank
song he
you.
puts out.
I've been saying this.
But it's all ego.
Why is he outside? Go somewhere and chill the fuck out and enjoy being Drizzy. Just go. Just chill. Enjoy. Don't put it on the camera. Don't put the braids. Don't put the haircut. Just go chill. Nobody's gonna forget about you in 6 months because your records are on the radio all the time.
Yeah, but everything. Yeah.
And it would have been the most beautifulest time. You know why? Because he just had the biggest earning tour of last year. So you would have had a reason to be like, I ain't thinking about that stupid shit they talking about. I'm out in Sancho Pay with 38 bitches on my boat, chilling.
But do you see, like, for instance, this girl that's going viral, Storch's ex-wife?
Yes.
Do you see how she's digging a deeper hole?
Yeah.
Because she thinks she has to say something. She thinks she has to do something.
Just
People
shut up
are hitting
now.
her up on social media. Her family's hitting her up. So she's got to say something. So, someone touched my butt. Wait, no, they didn't touch my butt. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me fake cry. Oh my God, I got to. You feel like you have to do something because it's coming at you. And that's what, even like in crisis management and PR, shut the fuck up.
You know why it's hard for them to
And
shut
it'll
the
go
fuck
away.
up? They're seeing this thing hitting them at speeds that it never happened before.
Yeah, but it's over just as fast.
Real fast.
Yeah, and what Kendrick, how the rollout that Kendrick did against Drake, the fact that people forget how he dropped Not Like Us. He had already dropped a record before, an hour before. And then I remember calling S.
And he had one in the chamber ready to go.
And then he dropped the other one 40 minutes later.
Nah, when he dropped it, this is the funny shit. When he dropped the first one, we was together. We had parted ways. I get home and shit, I'm smoking. He's like, yo, this nigga dropped the record. I said, yo, motherfucker, did you forget you called me? I mean, I was just with you when he dropped the record. He like, no, motherfucker, he dropped another one. And I was like, what are you talking about? He said, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
It was so captivating on the East Coast, I left my house to go buy alcohol. I said, oh, he caught one with this one. And if I felt like that, think about what the feeling is for Drake to know the same play he did to Meek Mill, this man did to him times 100, and he has a whole coast behind him.
It ain't even times 100 though. It ain't times 100. It's, yo, he made it times 100. Meek didn't fight it. Meek just went over to the studio and said, I'm gonna go make a project.
Champions.
He didn't fight it.
It's disrespectful.
What you mean?
I'm just saying. It's almost, I mean, as disrespectful as him not passing the blunt.
I know. Yo!
Just kidding, brother. Fine, hen. What?
I know.
What,
you
am I getting
smoke,
racially
my
profiled
bad.
here? What's going on?
I'm a roll something up right now.
I was thinking like,
I know he
Damn,
smoked.
like what the fuck? What?
you better roll one up
smoked.
now.
Damn, disrespectful.
So
Come to my
speaking-
city and act like that.
Can Drake come out here and be comfortable?
I think anybody can be comfortable as long as they're their own man and stand on their own shit. You know what I mean? Like I can only speak personally. I don't know about that man, but I know that I can go anywhere in this city. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got controversy with Kendrick Lamar.
What I'm saying is any man can walk any path as long, whatever he can't do, he created.
Do you think that if he decided to come out here,
We gotta ask
he would
Glasses
be
Malone
comfortable?
that.
I'm gonna ask Glasses.
I'm saying
that
he
too.
wouldn't. I don't think he would be. But the thing is this. You can tell a person from their aura. You know what I'm saying? How they conduct themselves, how they treat people, the people around them. You know what I'm saying? If he was around the right people and he was right in his soul, he could walk any street, anywhere. But the problem is he's been faking the funk so goddamn long.
But everybody been letting them, so what's the big deal? Like, why
Well,
is
you finally
everybody so
got
mad?
caught with the hand in
But
the
why is
cookie jar.
everybody so mad? It ain't
People
like
get fed up.
Because look, it's
they knew it
current
already.
bullshit. You
Why
know,
they
if
so
there was a come
mad?
to Jesus and he said, look, okay, I've been an asshole.
But why are they so mad if they knew that everybody knew this?
I don't
People
think
get
anybody's
fed
mad.
up.
I think they just don't
Everybody
care.
was saying it, and he was doing records with everybody, making everybody money, and it was cool. The only person he didn't do a record with, which was a long time ago, was Kendrick. They did that record a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
So Kendrick, so he can't be like, well, I kept doing records for Homeboy, blah, blah, blah. Why niggas so mad? Why people so mad?
Motherfuckers is
Everybody
haters.
knew this already.
Everybody's fucking haters. Look, I came back after 20 years and they said I was blacklisted. Never did nothing but help everybody. What the fuck are you talking about? All I did was make everybody money.
I got blackballed out the game. Clue had to hold on to me like, nah,
So,
y'all,
and you know what y'all have in
not gonna do
common?
that.
Y'all help people
at
make
least
money.
Clue did it because no one did it for me. I had to
did
go on
it.
Instagram and start kicking motherfuckers' asses. Like, oh, what did you say, motherfucker? Oh, okay, cool. Tell me that story again. How'd that happen again?
He got
I'm just
me.
kidding. You talked
You
about
right.
how you're
Right.
popping on the phone, right? Well, not popping on the phone. You've utilized social media to now hit the ground running and touch the people in a different capacity. However, you've done this while being shadow banned.
Oh, yeah.
How are you making this happen? Because
Yo, I had a label guy call me and say, dude, how did you do this?
yes,
And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you're shadow banned, you're still growing in followers. And I said, dude, because I'm being real. I said, that's what the fucking key is. Consistency and repetition.
You also saying shit that
and
other
just-
people is scared to say, bro.
But no, because I'm in the streets. So what people say to me, I immediately do. So it's relevant.
But rare is the person that's able to say shit that people are scared to say. I know.
But what are
I
they going to say to
shit
me?
and
Monty
niggas-
Lippman was my local when I was a kid, promoting Cause and Effect records. Craig Callman, I broke Trick Daddy for. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, who's going to tell me? I fucking put Dre and Snoop back together and broke Eminem. Like, so what? Some record guy's going to tell me some shit?
he sound just like you.
built hip hop radio with Steve fucking Smith. What, you gonna tell me something about radio?
I'm not, but you know what I mean? I'm
And I
just
don't mean
talking
that
about just- I'm just
arrogantly,
talking
I
about
mean,
what
no,
it
this is what you-
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So with the social media thing, it's like, yo, let me just show you guys sitting there saying y'all know what you're doing real quick. Here, watch this.
Here's the thing. People have been demolished off the shadow ban. They can't fight through the ceiling. So when they put that faucet and they turned it off, and you were like, oh, no.
It's the same thing that happened with radio. They told me like, dude, I wanted to play hip hop. They said it's over. There's no way. They fucking try to say, nah, you can't do that. All this other shit. That's shadow banning. That's gatekeeping. I kick the motherfucking gates open. That's what I do. That's always been my thing. Is fuck this. I don't give a fuck what you said. That's what the street said. This is what I'm doing. I just remove my ego from it. I don't program from a place of I'm trying to make money or I'm trying to gain power, I'm trying to get influence. I just do what the fuck the streets tell me to do.
So why is everybody else doing that? If that's
Because they're
successful-
motivated by money. The problem is they need
There's
the money
money in the
right now.
streets.
Yeah, but they need it right now and they need to seem like they're smart. This thing that we're talking about with the Drake thing and all this, yo, just shut the fuck. Everybody said the same thing. Shut the fuck up, go away for a minute. Nah, I gotta show you because I gotta be the man. I need this money. I need to do this. And the motivations are wrong. Listen to your team.
If the lawsuit goes either way, if they win, if he wins, do you think that this can be rectified? I don't think so. He does.
Okay, let me
Between
tell you
him
a
and his
funny
label.
story. Remember Mariah Carey during Glitter?
Yeah.
She'll never come back. She's over. What happened? We stripped back to our core and did
No,
what
she
made
did
her
put out that
famous.
record with
Jermaine.
Jermaine Dupri after that.
So
That was a big record.
yeah.
Huge record. That's probably one of her biggest records that she ever did.
I sent her back to Atlanta and said, bring me a fucking Usher record.
And there you go.
Go see Jermaine, bring me an Usher record. Grip to your core, do what made you famous with any platform, whether it's Jay-Z, whether it's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, whether it's Eminem doing Houdini, Guess Who's Back. it's like what I said one time is, look, if Michael Jackson went out there and performed Billie Jean in the fucking Thriller outfit, what would it look like? But every time every time you go to a McDonald's in any place in the world, your Big Mac's gonna taste like a Big Mac. The problem is these record companies aren't run by record people anymore. So they don't know how to make the fucking Big Mac.
But they don't have to neither because of how they
Tell that
get
to
their
radio.
money. Because of how they're getting their money. And they're force feeding the fact that radio doesn't matter. So I'm not even gonna deal with that. There is no partnership within the record labels, with the DJs, with the company. Everything is, I'm gonna just deal with the programmer, right? If that, and I'm gonna go stream.
You've cut out too many middlemen, and each one of those middlemen is one of the tentacles to the street.
That takes it to the next level.
Right now, you know, Will Smith is trending because he just dropped the project with Big Sean. What do you think that does for Big Sean? Does that hurt him?
I think that the synergy of the way that they did it was fucking awesome.
The marketing is amazing.
I mean, the Matrix thing, all of that shit is beautiful. You know what? I don't know. It's too soon to tell.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's being force fed right now.
But look at it like this: Will Smith as a rapper. Michael Jackson. Remember what I was just saying about Thriller and that he needs to go make Will Smith movies. He's an actor in that category.
So leave the music alone.
Well, no. If he wants to make music, make music. But But he's doing it from a place of, I do this as art now.
I think he's doing it because of he still has to think of what happened with Chris Rock, and I think this is him to appease the fans and get in their good graces.
Well, but you know that in itself would, I mean, if you look back at like, even there is a clip of, 50, 60 years ago of the exact same thing happening. It was a scripted thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, Will, I think, was trying to brand himself as trying to brand himself as more of a rebel, and it backfired on him.
I don't know why Will's doing that. I don't like all this resurgence of the old rappers rapping for no reason. Just go do your movies, make your money, and chill out. Like,
look, if he's doing it for art, great, rock on. You know what I mean? I like the fact of what he did with the
art for.
I like the Matrix thing. It's nostalgic for his audience. That's fine. It's not a young man's game. That isn't. Yeah. But it is a young man's game in this music shit. And that's what you have to do. What did I say? It's the young NBA player. Let me
ask you a question. Why are the older rappers so upset that it's a young man's game? It was a young man's game when they broke in. But now they're rebelling so hard against the fact that rap is not a young man's game. I can rap. I got something to say, and I say this one thing. A lot of the people that, and this is black, a lot of y'all people, your fan base is dead because they died of high blood or hypertension. The ones that are still alive, they got health problems. They're not coming outside to come see you for real. It's not the fact that you can't rap anymore. You've aged out of the people who's really going to support you. It's few and far in between people that they're going to get to support. The Method Man is looked at like an actor, not a rapper, period. And they having a hard time with that. Why do you think that is?
All I know is I'm a 50-year-old. I turned 50 this year.
Congratulations.
White guy that made himself relevant on Instagram and hip hop. For how many times now? It's not about age. It's about how you present it. You said something very key. It's how they are speaking to people. Do you know what I mean? As an arrogant motherfucker saying, I should be this because I'm this. Fuck that. Get in the street, reinvent yourself, get around some young cats, and they'll tell you how to be.
They ain't, but it was simple. So
what do I think of it? I think they make an ass out of all of us.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they not doing the right thing.
They ain't listening.
It's not hard. If you really want to rap, these are the kids that got the sound right now. It's not about your old sound. I know you like to wear the Timbs and the bell bottoms and the baggy shit. That's not the wave. It's over. Fuck it. This is who's in the wave. Can you fuck with that? If you really can rap, right? It's about being an artistic motherfucker.
But why has Dre always been so successful?
He always has them young motherfuckers around. He be getting the beats from the young motherfuckers. yo, you hot? Let me get that beat. I'm gonna give you that money. You heard? And I might take all the credit, but I'm gonna give you more money than you was gonna make anyway, Playboy.
But look, you know another thing about the Kendrick thing? Look at how many projects he just funded.
How many?
You remember? Okay, look at that.
I'm not aware.
Okay, look at Eric Sermon, for instance. Remember what Eric Sermon said? He got 4% of that record.
Yes.
He gets like what? $250,000 a quarter.
Yeah, something like that.
All of those rappers are going to get publishing checks. All of their labels are going to get publishing checks. What are they going to spend it on if they don't spend it on drugs, money, or bitches and fucking weed?
That's what
on their projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So look at all the West Coast labels that just got funded. OTR's on a fucking signing spree. They just signed P-Face. They signed a bunch of other Blanco, all of those.
Just off feeding off of Kendrick.
Come on, bro.
What's up?
They're gonna get like $750 probably off that fucking. I mean, just each label, because Kendrick wasn't stingy with the fucking pub. He shared with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, not only did, the Fool, not the Fool, but Kendrick saved the West Coast, basically. You know what I mean? And is showing rappers how to do it. Now, key to what you were saying at the very beginning of this, if motherfuckers listen, if radio would come off of their pedestal and say, hey, Miz, you built this motherfucker. Hey, Henry Ford, come show me the fuck how to work the electric car.
How to make the car.
Wheels.
How to make the car.
It's still 4 wheels. We're having this problem. But your ego, you've been saying this shit for so long that you're actually believing the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the problems is with the record company too. Go ask the young cats. But you only want to ask the young cats in tech because that's, you know what I'm saying?
And they cornballs.
And they're cornballs.
And they don't know what the ways
social network or social distancing.
They don't touch the people.
It's all to keep people so they don't have to be social. That's what the internet, all this shit was.
And that's how they make their
Zoom
money.
meetings and shit.
Keep it that way. That's how I make my money.
I'm scared of you.
If you start touching people, you actually might want to sell something to them.
But think about this.
I may have to deal with you.
They might want to buy
But
it.
what social media did, remember what they said the problem
This
with
is scary.
the problem
COVID,
with
all this kind of, I'm gonna get sick if I meet you.
No, it worked because what did television
Fuck
do?
all that.
People said, I don't need to go see Mount Rushmore. I seen it on my television. People say, I don't need to go to a football game. I can watch it right there. The product is so good.
Yeah, but you're starting to see the backlash of that.
Yes.
Now people want to
the
go.
backlash is here.
Yeah, motherfuckers want to go to games. Motherfuckers want to go. Now they want to go to the movies, and it's like, what the fuck? There's no movies?
No movies.
There's no movies.
Because they want to keep you here.
Yeah. You got your man Day One here.
Yeah, my dog, Day One.
Day One, where you
Where
at?
you at, Day?
Yeah.
Come on over here, buddy.
He's out right here.
Let's talk about the architect.
That's Cali. That's Cali.
About the
We're doing a mixtape right now.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. Come sit with us, brother.
You gonna mic him up.
Oh, Mike. Oh, you want him to talk too?
Yeah, we
Just,
God.
if you
That's
get a little.
be embarrassing because you're gonna school me now.
Nah.
There's very few producers on the West Coast I'm scared of, and Day One is one of them.
You said something recently about engineers being the most powerful in the industry. Can you expound on that?
Still?
Well, the engineers are the air traffic controllers. They're in the middle of everything. You know, it used to be the songwriters because it was.
They worked with the producers. They dealt with the labels a lot more. The labels called the songwriters.
But now
so you could play shit through that.
But now it's the engineers because the engineers are the quarterbacks. You know, it used to be the producer, then it was songwriters, then it was the engineers, or the producers, because the producers were doing that. Now the producers are just beat makers. The engineer is doing all of the conducting.
Putting all the effect in and telling who the songwriter is because he worked with this one, hooking the beat dude up with Chris. Yo, this will work for Chris Brown. So when Chris come in here, I'm going to play it for Chris.
So y'all got a project, man. A mixtape is what you talking about.
Yeah, we excited.
We got a mixtape.
A mixtape.
It's called Synergy with Day One. And when I first went back into the studio, of course, Day is one of the first people that I called, and we just started going. And I'm like, well, okay, so now it turned into this partnership of just bringing in everybody. Like I made some calls. I'm like, Timbaland gave me a beat, and then Rockwilder gave me a beat, and then he would bring some young cats in to get on those beats. And then I'm like, okay, well, why don't we just stop fucking around, just do this whole thing together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it started off with him he was quarterbacking. I just came in to assist. And then he was like, bro, I need you doing more of that. Like, Bring it to us. Calling them all of our resources is crazy.
What made y'all just do it then? Why did
We've been
you
doing
think
it for
about
20
doing
years.
it prior?
We've been doing it for a minute. It's just this time is just different. I feel like it's
What's different about this time?
Older, wiser.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Experience.
The experience, the climate of the industry, where the game is at now, everything we've done up until this point.
It's so hard to make money now compared to how we used to make it. That doesn't
Budgets.
discourage y'all. And this is the biggest discouragement to me.
If I was doing it for the money, I'd have stopped a long time ago.
But you
say
don't
that.
But you don't want to get paid for the work that you do, so you can keep doing the work.
Yeah.
It's
definitely,
not.
definitely.
See, when I talk about money, I'm not talking about like I gotta have this whole extravagant shit.
Right.
I want to make enough so I can keep doing what I love to do. So I need to make money from it,
understand.
and making money to me validates my product. Motherfuckers gotta want to buy this shit.
Well,
If nobody like my shit, I don't want to make my shit.
Well, and that's why we did, like, for instance, a synergy deal with Hitmaker, HITMKR.com, not Hitmaker, the label, the platform, because they've evolved a way or developed a way where, like, for instance, Point Guard Bam made a dope ass, who does work for Snoop Dogg, everybody, made a dope ass T-shirt for Altadena, for instance, which is the first piece of merch that we're gonna put up on the Damizza.com site, and it's on demand. So there's no out-of-pocket cost for the artist. Next to go up is the single produced by Melman that we co-produced together with him. Melman 2001, freaking The Real Slim Shady, you know, all of that stuff. But it's got TriStar, it's got Technique, and it's got freaking G-Style on it, and Blacktoven on the hook. So that'll go up next on the site where you can on-demand vinyl, on-demand CD, on-demand this and that.
What's the marketing to get? Because when we put out our project, right, people like to say, whatever it does, but we want to reach as many people that we want to reach. What's the play that you guys are going to put together to reach the people you'll feel satisfied that you reached?
We're going to use all of the same models, but the same way that we've done the Instagram thing, consistently and repeatedly and over a longer period of time. Like, for instance, we dropped a snippet of the single a month ago. Now we'll start bringing it back again. It's the old thing about radio. Sometimes it takes 6 months to break a record. And you go market to market.
9 months.
Let me ask, when should somebody give?
So we're gonna do it, to answer your question.
Yes.
Everything, the touring, you know, going around doing networking.
Same.
I got a
stuff.
real question.
You're going to
for y'all.
cultivate it.
How are y'all gonna run the people through your website? How are you gonna bring the awareness to where you're putting the hit, where you're putting it up a Hitmaker? What's the plan for that? That's the hardest part.
That's only one part of it, though.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying, I'm going back to the swap meet theory. You know,
Going
I'm going to go
outside.
press out CDs, and I'm going to go to the Slauson swap meet, or the Compton swap meet, or your local swap meet, and walk out there. We are going on a networking tour. Go to the nice restaurant, meet with the nice people, then go to the swap meet. Go to, find the hood senators. We know people in every town. We've been around for so long. We've met everybody across every. So let's get in the car. Let's stop at the as we're driving through town. If you're driving down Main Street, I'm sorry. If you're driving down Main Street somewhere and you see a bunch of people sitting out, a bunch of young people out in front of a library, then that's where I'm going to stop. I'm getting on a tour bus, and that's what I'm doing.
What you gotta do right now, it's all about touching the people. That's why we came out to the West Coast. We gotta touch the people.
College radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit that too.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit that.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna hit social media. Yeah, how are we driving traffic to the website? That's one piece.
That's the reason why we're here.
That's all that. Yeah.
That's why
No,
we're
that
here.
ain't the reason why you're
But
here.
what I'm saying, but
The
you get what
reason
I'm
why
saying,
y'all here is because I called this motherfucker. He wasn't coming here to do no motherfucking promo or no shit like this. This motherfucker was floating around New York and all this other wild shit. And I'm hitting him. He's like, oh, I was just in and I'm like, yo, Hynaken, you know this motherfucker was in New York? This motherfucker was in Atlanta? I said, this is an ill motherfucker floating around this shit. I said, so when I come to LA.
I'm a touch. I'm a touch base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know what's funny is when I was in New York, someone reached out to me from Hot 97 and said, would you take the PD King? And I said, not with the people that you have in your hierarchy right now.
Why is that?
Because look, okay, and I don't mean to name names, but Jimmy Steele and Rick Cummings, how many radio stations have you had to sell that you were in charge of? Every single fucking one. That's what's wrong with radio. Is you have these old guys that will not embrace new ways of thinking.
Which would be what? Bringing in new talent?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Flex, but God bless you, buddy.
Time to retire?
No, it's just either put a new coat of paint on it or retire.
You like get a new co-host or
Do something. You know what I mean? But get back in touch with the street.
but ratings, people are so scared of introducing something because they feel like it might wreck the ratings. And that's why you see so many
The ratings are already wrecked.
Well, there you
Power
go.
106 in Los Angeles is tied with KJ fucking LH.
That's crazy.
That's a fade.
When that happens, time to make a change. But you're going to spend $500,000 a year on the same 3 consultants that have had to sell your station 3 times and almost got your license revoked? Move on.
They got
And you got
relationship.
me in the backyard and you don't even call and go, hey, bro, seriously, how'd you do it the first time? Because obviously this shit ain't working.
You know, people
Where'd you
always
use
think
your
it's
first
luck.
time?
I'm just saying.
That's
They
the
know
thing.
it's not luck. It's
They
an
know.
intimidation
It's a-
tactic.
yeah.
He loud.
Yeah.
He know his shit.
Yeah.
He got relationships.
You call it loud?
That's the scary thing.
Yeah, that's funny. Out of all
the ego.
people.
Kettle,
I ain't
all
talking about Just- It takes one to know one.
That's
Right.
a great response,
Right.
What you talking about?
motherfucker.
nigga? I do this off the top of the dome, pause all the time. You know
Takes
what I'm saying?
one to know
Take
one.
one to know one. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. It's the same way. It's the same way. Listen, I'm gonna throw me in it. All the record labels know they need me. How could you not use me? I'm
What
on
did
the
Hitmaker
radio.
tell you?
I'm on the
No.
radio in 2 markets.
What did
I'm gonna
Hitmaker
say
tell
that.
you?
But listen, I'm on the radio in 2 markets. My show is blowing up crazy.
And they probably don't call you to the last
People
minute.
know people know me. There's a guy who tried to talk to me about bringing us into the label. Say, yo, fuck just bringing you in. I'm gonna bring BagFuel in because I'm gonna use all my artists. I'm gonna make this shit bigger and I'm gonna make money off of you and I'm gonna get them to give you a check. Because where else can you go directly to DJs? I know him. I know fucking Greg Street. The most difficult hip hop DJs
Yeah.
in this entire country are my close friends on speed dial every
Shout
day.
out Greg Street.
Right.
Shout out Epps.
Right.
They're
Right.
apps, all
Right.
these people,
All
they're
the
on,
famous
they're on my
DJs,
phone.
the shady
Yeah.
DJs.
And they know how I am about music. So if I'm calling them saying I got some
That's
heat,
how you do it different, brother.
Why
That's
would you
how
be
do it
hesitant?
different.
if I got some heat, it's different if I got the
Different.
heat because I'm taking it to multiple platforms.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
what's the heat? Synergy. You know, you create synergy
Yes, got
with
to.
people.
Got
Trustworthiness. too.
Relationship
Got to.
Nurture 'em.
over years.
And that's what I'm
And
saying
that's
about
what
you.
we're talking about.
And the relationships is what scares them.
Right.
Because listen, if I put this power in this motherfucker hands, and he got all these fucking relationships,
plays.
he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm also
He's
also
unstoppable.
loyal.
and uncontrollable.
Yeah, but they don't. But listen, people like us usually are loyal, but because of our brash way, people don't understand that. And I don't bring a lot of people close to me.
Yeah.
Because I am that way. So there's no way for you to know about my loyalty when you outside.
Yeah.
You gotta come
Right.
inside
To
and be
know.
like, oh nah, this nigga's it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But outside, I'm not talking to, I don't really give a fuck. Part my French. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on being around a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I don't do birthday parties so niggas can come celebrate me and I pay for it. I don't do that stupid shit. I don't need you to suck me off. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I need you to tell me what's up, ride with me, fuck with this, put your heart into this shit, and move the fuck on.
And I think that's to reel in what we were saying is why does this production team work?
There you go.
Because that's it. There's no bullshit. We have never had a bad word. We have never disagreed on. We disagree
Yeah, but-
daily, but on just
How this
creative
motherfucker don't
shit.
even talk? How you gonna disagree with
Oh,
you?
trust me,
Oh,
when he's in
yeah.
the studio.
Oh, yeah.
No, in the studio, that's all. No, Damizza, we ain't doing it that way.
For sure.
No, but
For
you know,
sure.
and what's dope about it is he shows me. You know what I mean? Like even like with the young people, here, look, try it your way, but then let me show you what I was gonna do, and that's the way we both
Yeah.
are. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'll sit there, so and so needs to be on this record. Da 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 da. All right, Damizza.
Because the bottom line is usually always what's best for the music. Like, okay, that does sound.
That part.
That does sound
What's
good.
best
Actually, you
for
know
the
what? You're
music?
right.
And like, what's best for
To the
your
point where
radio
sometimes he'll be
station?
like, "Who you think we should put on
What's
this?"
best for your platform?
I got one last question.
Oh,
Why
sure.
is our East Coast and West Coast music so fucking different?
Different.
The bop is different. Everything is
Yeah.
different.
I think it's a lot to do with the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like you got like y'all lifestyle is like y'all have the mentality of like you can't miss the next train. So being prominent and on time is a thing for y'all. For
That's
us,
a great way to put it.
We're more.
We can catch the next one.
We can catch the next one. It's car music. It's for the ride. It's sunny outside, so it's a lot of good, bright sounding. You know what I mean? Like I think it has a lot to do with the lifestyle element.
Yeah, because
of
I
music.
hated
Yeah.
"Love Me" by Kendrick. I hated it until I was out here.
Until you was like, oh.
Until I was out here and I was driving a Noble Malibu and I was
like,
on
I
the
get it.
PCH and I was like, "Love me." I was in there. I was like, I get it.
You know what?
I saw the palm trees.
Yeah.
I had the windows down. I'm smoking the best bud, and I'm on my way to Nobu. This is the record for me. It came to life.
do that in Bushwick,
But
Brooklyn.
look, but this is, but
Yeah,
look,
in Bushwick, Brooklyn, it didn't feel
It's not
like
gonna
make
work.
the best records together. That bridge when it
Yeah.
finally happens.
When that happens.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my
like
God.
that's what I love. Like we play badass tennis when we get together, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, like fucking when on All Eyes on Me, when you heard Method Man over a fucking Daz beat, or a
Crazy.
fucking, you know, a quick kind of thing.
And then
you know,
when we heard Jay-Z
fucking
over
Jay-Z
the
over
Rick Rock.
fucking Rick Rock.
Yes.
That's what I was just about to say. Jay-Z over Rick Rock. I mean, dude, come on. I mean, that's what this rap shit is a collaborative effort. And we always, to go back to what we very first were talking about, what happened? We stopped talking.
Yep.
Then shit got real with the East-West beef. Cats stopped talking. We
Okay.
started going
Going
down.
down.
Then motherfuckers started building a bridge and fucking Irv Gotti and all these motherfuckers
Irv
are
Gotti
making
was
West
out
Coast
here,
records out here with Miz.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Jay-Z out here. Da da da. Then
it
we go
starts.
back there. Ba 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 ba. Everybody working together. That's when we're big. The problem is cats ain't talking. They ain't making synergy. And that's the biggest thing of this project with the Miz tape that we're doing. It's called Synergy. That's the name of the mixtape, is working with everybody. Doesn't matter whether it's Timbaland, DJ Quick, Focus, fucking Battle Cat,
Bring 'em in.
fucking EA Ski, everybody.
EASD, Rock Wilder, bring them in. Timberland, bring them in.
And we're just creating synergy with everybody. You'll have fucking TriStar on a Rock Wilder beat.
Rock.
You know what I mean?
I just spoke to Rock a couple minutes ago.
Fucking great guy.
On
He was
Facebook.
one of the first
Love
to
Rock.
step up.
Yeah,
Oh, Miz,
I
you
wouldn't
doing a
be here if I
project?
didn't manage
Here's
Rock
fine.
Wilder. Well, y'all heard it. It's BagFuel. We finally did it. We came to the West Coast and got my guys up here.
And thank you for having us. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I
Thank
didn't
you
tap
for
in when I
sitting-
was in
No,
there.
Thank
no,
you for
no.
sitting with us,
I
creating
should've.
knowledge, exposing everything. Yo,
this type of
BagFuel.
Thank you, brother.
BagFuel.com. Like, subscribe,
Yeah,
super
and if you
thanks.
got a radio station, give me a call. I'm approachable.
DM him. DM him. Like, subscribe, super thanks.
I'll see you at Power 105 this weekend.
BagFuel, baby. Come to BagFuel, baby. Sweatshirts. They on
Shout
the,
out Breakfast
they
Club.
on the .com.
Shout out Breakfast Club. Angie, I love you.
Cop my cookbook. Shout out everybody at Power 105. Most of all, shout out Thea and my guy DJ Clue.
Clue.
And the West Coast edition.
Shout out Duro. Sorry.
Doro 2 and
Doro.
Skane.
Skane,
And we
yeah.
out
Chill.
of here. BagFuel.